Hello everybody out there and welcome back to another Into the Badlands episode review. This is for episode 2, Fist Like a Bullet. I almost said like a blade, but it's Fist Like a Bullet. And this episode, as always, unlike other reviews, first, it's a broad, non-spoiler part, and then we'll go into the spoilers. For those of you that did watch the episode, you can stick around for the spoilers. For those of you that didn't and want to watch the episode first, you can watch the first half and then come back later. But anyway, this episode was action-packed. The story continued forward. We got more on the Baron, which was really some dark stuff that happened with the Baron and Sunny in this episode. And also, Sunny is still conflicted about Vale, you know, being pregnant and not wanting to give the baby up. MK is now on the run. He's escaped the fort thanks to Sunny in the last episode. So where's he going to go? He finds somebody and he ends up somewhere else for a time. I don't want to spoil that much yet, but we get to see a little bit more with MK. You get some really great action in the beginning of the episode, in the middle of the episode, and then at the very end, you get some more really awesome Sunny action towards the end of the episode as well. And then there's a huge revelation at the end of this episode with Sunny and MK. So I really enjoyed this episode a lot. It had really great points. I feel like the story is really slowly, you know, opening up and really delving deep into the characters. It's obvious at some point that Sunny will leave the fort. It's almost 100% sure. MK does kind of reveal there is a way out of the Badlands. And I don't want to spoil too much, but let's just say you could tell that there's going to be a war, number one. Number two, Sunny is going to want to leave at some point, and the Baron's health continues to get worse and worse and worse and worse. What's going to happen? I don't know, but this episode definitely solidifies my love for this series. I love martial arts. I love sword fights. I love sword action. I'm a huge Highlander fan. This episode was really, really great. If you haven't tried Into the Badlands yet, I'd recommend checking out the first episode and then coming back into this episode. It continued to be awesome. It is a 6-ish episode series. It's going off in another 4 weeks, because we just got 2 episodes. So it's going off in another 4 weeks. If this season does well, I'm not sure. And 2-1, somebody's going to tell me it was already confirmed for a second season, 2-1. I don't really do research into these things, so I hope it has been. But if not, I hope it will be, because this series is really awesome, unless it's just one tale to tell. But Into the Badlands has some really great action. This episode was action-packed, and it's building up to something big towards the end of this season. That's your non-spoiler review. I would definitely recommend episode 2 and 1 and Into the Badlands in general. Now we're going into some spoilers, so if you didn't watch episode 2 yet, you'll want to watch it before you get spoiled. Let me just fix this camera a little bit while I'm talking. Before you get spoiled, now is your time to stop watching. Put this video in your watch later list and then come back later and get my opinion on the episode. Give you a couple of seconds, fix up my hat, and then we're going to go. Okay. So the episode opens up with the Widow Baron, and she's going to people to try to get more people on her side because she wants to take the other Baron out that runs the fort. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but Sunny works for him. And as she's getting allies, somebody attempts at her life, and there's this huge action-packed beginning to this episode, and it was awesome. And the Widow Baron finds out who sent the assassins. It turned out to be, oh God, the Baron's son. I forget his name. I have a list of names here. Was it? I need to remember. Corbin ended up sending them and attempted her life, and it failed. She is a kick-ass fighter, and we find out in this episode also that the Baron, the main Baron, that's the leader of the fort. I believe this might be him, if I'm not mistaken. No, it isn't. He was actually a Clipper at one time as well, and it was really awesome to find that out. Really built up the background of this particular Baron. Him and Sunny go out for a ride, and they end up at Vale's parents' house, and she talks to Sunny for a bit about Vale, because Vale revealed things about, you know, the baby to the mom, and that she doesn't want to get rid of it, and the mom tried to convince her, but Vale is convinced she wants to spend the rest of her life with Sunny and their child. So there's no talking around of it. And then the Baron says, kill them. And Sonny's like, no, I can't do that. Why? They're not our enemy. And he's like, don't question me. And we finally see a darker side to this Baron. So once again, though, I feel like it's a fall in between, but the Baron is making sure, I believe, that Sonny doesn't get any ideas, about leaving, about doing it, and basically to make sure that Sonny will do whatever he says. And Sonny says no, the Baron ends up doing it instead. He's like, I don't normally give second chances, so I'm considering this that you did. And he hands Sonny back his sword because he had taken Sonny's sword to do the killing. And he's like, in other words, it's a one and done. You make another mistake, you're done. And MK is on the run now. He gets found by this girl who is part of another Baron's land, and it turns out it's the Widow Baron's land. And the Widow Baron is suspecting that this is the boy, that MK is the boy that she's looking for, and she's looking to make other allies, which she does make allies with these nomads. And then she tries to test MK. Like, she's so nice to him, everything's great, and then she decides to test to see if he is, because he won't admit that he's the special guy. So she sends her child, or whatever, they all call her mother. So she sends this girl to try to cut him, because if he sees blood, we all know he changes. And he's trying to convince her not to do this, that he's not the person, he's only trying to find his mother and to go home. He's not a fighter or anything. And she fakes the cut to make it look like he isn't that person. And he goes off, and the Baroness believes he's the wrong kid. And they go looking for a way for him to escape out of that place. And the Baroness is like, literally walks in the door, and he kind of does a 5-second like excuse, and he's making out, and he grabs her, and they start kissing. And then she gives him to the nomad. She's like, you're not welcome here anymore, you're of no use to me. And it turns out the nomad saw this wanted poster with MK's picture on it. So there's a big to do with Corbin and the girl, which I was wrong and Brent was right. Corbin is with the father's second wife. I pardon the background if you hear a little bit of the steam coming up. It's that time where the heat comes up. So he's doing things with the Baron's second wife, and it turns out she, at least there's a connection to the Baron, the Widow Baron somewhere. She's working for the Widow Baron, and she's trying to set something up for the Baron to get rid of Sonny and to get rid of Corbin. So Corbin and Sonny go to this warehouse where this I forgot what it was. It was opium or it's a drug and they get attacked by the nomads. And of course, this is the action where Sonny gets into his action in the episode. It was crazy. It was awesome. I loved it. And there was also a scene with Sonny and Vale. Again, I don't want to spoil too much here. I'm not even going to spoil the fights or anything. You got to see this episode for yourself, because this was a really great episode. But MK, he finds MK because MK is a prisoner of theirs right now, and he tries to get MK to leave again. MK's like, look, come with me, we can do this. I lied, there is a way out of the Badlands. And Sonny realizes, Vale's parents were killed, it's only a matter of time before Vale dies. So he offers to train MK, and in return MK will take Vale, and I guess at some point in the series Sonny will follow with them, and they'll all leave the Badlands together in search of the city or the place where MK and Sonny are originally from. I'm looking forward to that episode most of all. Again, this was an excellent episode. It ends with MK going back to the fort, and the Baron doesn't like him and doesn't trust him, but Sonny begs for him to be his ward, basically, for Sonny to train. And at first the Baron's like, you never had somebody, this kid must be special. Sonny's like, yeah, he saved us, he lied, because the Corbin was knocked out cold. So Sonny lies and says, yeah, I want him to be my study, I want to train him. And the Baron says, will you kill for me, will you this, that, and the other thing for me? He's like, yes, Baron, fine. And he gives him to Sonny. And the episode kind of ends with the Baron saying, I guess we're going to war. So this is an awesome episode. This is great. I'm really looking forward to future episodes. It looks like the action is just going to get kicked into second gear very soon, and then we're going to just go all out automatic when it comes to action. So I'm really loving this series. I can't wait to see more of it. It's awesome. It's off the wall. It's martial arts. It's sword play. It's everything that a person who likes the arts would love. And the story definitely is developing as the series moves on. And I like that. I like that the story is coming together. The first episode had me questioning a few things. Now I'm sort of solidified and moving forward. I'm loving this. You guys should give it a try. And I'm not going to waste any more time because we're already at 10 minutes and 36 seconds. So links in the description below connected to a bunch of things that I'm working on right here on Dark Avengers C86. Comic Frontline Zone 4 Podcast. Frontline Gaming Zone. Last Ember Press. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Probably am, but all links are in the description below anyway. No, I think I covered everything actually. Let me know what you guys thought of Into the Badlands. Did you go check it out? Are you watching it? Are you loving it like I am? Are you not loving it? Always room for agrees and disagrees. So let me know. And until next time, everybody, take care, keep reading, keep collecting, and I will see you guys in the next video.